From The National, this is Trending Middle East. I'm Yasmin Al-Taji. It's Wednesday, April 30th. Here are today's headlines. Tensions flared in Damascus after the latest in a string of attacks on minority groups. At least 12 people were killed and 15 others injured when militants attacked a mainly Druze suburb of Damascus on Tuesday. There was no claim of responsibility for the attack as of Tuesday evening. It originated from districts surrounding the Jaramana suburb that are controlled by militant brigades allied with Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. The attacks come after a deepfake video circulated on social media. It purported to show a Syrian Druze sheikh, Marwan Kiwan, denouncing the Prophet Muhammad.
Of course, it was a deepfake video, and even the Interior Ministry said it was fake, as well as many Muslims. Yet the video appears to have been used at least as an excuse or prompted the latest attack on the majority Druze suburb of Jaramana.
The National's Khaled Yacoub Oweis reports.
At least 6 Druze were killed in the attack of Jaramana, mostly members of the security forces who defended the area when it came under attack. The Druze are an offshoot of Islam, and the religious sect is present in Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, and Israel.
The Syrian Interior Ministry said on Tuesday that the voice in the video was not that of Sheikh Kiwan and that it was working to determine who altered the video. The UN has accused both Sudan's military and the paramilitary rapid support forces of committing widespread atrocities against civilians. A new report pins blame on the two actors as they vie for control in a 2-year-long civil war that's devastated the country. The report, seen by The National on Tuesday, details how Sudan's armed forces resort to indiscriminate aerial bombardments and partnered with newly recruited militias to launch ground offensives in strategically important areas.
The panel that worked on the report conducted field visits, meetings, and phone interviews with different factions to collect the data.
The National's Vanessa Ghanem reports.
It's the UN Security Council committee that was established pursuant to Resolution 1591 concerning Sudan.
The RSF consolidated control over most of Darfur in 2024 through violence. According to the UN report, these tactics included, quote, targeted attacks on internally displaced persons, committing widespread acts of conflict-related sexual violence, inciting violence among communities to claim historically contested territories, and detaining individuals perceived as aligned with the Sudanese armed forces, unquote. The report didn't confirm claims made by Sudan at the International Court of Justice. Sudan has accused the UAE of allegedly arming the RSF group, an accusation which has been strongly denied.
The UAE has repeatedly stressed that it does not support any of the warring parties. It supports an immediate cessation of hostilities and ceasefire, and the UAE is Sudan's top humanitarian donors with $3.5 billion of aid contributed to the Sudanese people over the past decade. And that's not the only thing to mention here. I spoke with a senior UAE official who expressed concerns over that Port Sudan is increasingly mirroring the situation in Hodeida port, which could pose a global threat to international maritime security.
Sudan's civil war began in April 2023 when tensions between the SAF and the RSF erupted into open conflict. Since then, it's spiraled into one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. Tens of thousands of people have been killed, although estimates for the death toll are uncertain, and over 13 million have been displaced. The UAE has launched a major humanitarian project, serving sub-Saharan Africa over the next 5 years. It's called the Beginnings Fund. It's a $600 million healthcare strategy aimed at preventing 300,000 deaths in childbirth in 10 African countries. It's the first flagship project unveiled by the Mohammed bin Zayed Foundation for Humanity. That's a philanthropic organization established last month to deliver a crucial lifeline to needy communities. The fund will work in partnership with African governments, national organizations, and experts to provide access to quality care for 34 million mothers and babies by 2030. Here's the National's Sarah Forster with more.
It's needed now because every year in sub-Saharan Africa, 182,000 women and 1.2 million newborns die from preventable causes. And that's alongside nearly 1 million stillbirths. It's staggering, and it absolutely doesn't need to be this way.
Newborn deaths in the first month of life are the single biggest driver of mortality in sub-Saharan Africa. There, 70% of maternal deaths also occur. The Mohammed bin Zayed Foundation for Humanity said without transformative action, 182,000 women and 1.2 million newborns in sub-Saharan Africa will continue to die each year from preventable causes, in addition to 950,000 stillbirths.
So you might be wondering, what's the UAE's connection to all of this? Well, Sheikh Thayab bin Mohammed, who is Deputy Chairman of the Presidential Court for Development and Fallen Heroes Affairs, and he's also Chairman of the Earthside Philanthropies, he offered a powerful answer at the fund's launch. He reminded us that in the UAE's early days, the country faced its own crisis in maternal and newborn mortality, and it was the development of accessible, quality healthcare that made all the difference. His words were that this journey taught us the profound importance of quality healthcare that is available to all at every stage of life, and this knowledge continues to guide us today. So the UAE isn't just funding a program, it's sharing the lessons it's learnt on its own path to development and walking in solidarity with those nations facing the same challenges today. This means real investment in local health systems, training doctors and nurses, translating global knowledge into practice, and ensuring that resources don't sit on shelves but actually reach the patients.
That's all for this morning's headlines. You can get these stories and follow live updates at our site. Yasmin Al-Taji, The National.